After years of people, both men and women, speculating and conjecturing on my single status, and after my own soul searching, I think I finally got it. The reasons why I'm still single. In my mid to late 20s, I really felt the heat of my hormones ticking down my biological clock. Every month, amidst violent twists and turns, a leave, and the general inability to focus, my uterus would ask me, "Are you going to use me anytime soon?" "I hope so," I'd respond, and I always promised Miss Uterus that I was working on it, working on finding a legitimate way for her to express her highest creative potentials, to give birth inside of a loving marriage the way Jesus intended, or at least the way the writers of the Bible intended. I needed a husband to get married, to have a successful career, to basically have it all. The American dream, and I needed it right away. Oh, I wrote books about being single and what Christian women should do while waiting for Mr. Right, and I look back on that now and smile. I smile at the heated, impatient young woman I was just a few years ago. The one who had a plan, who professed every year until her 30th birthday that she would be engaged soon. At that time, when I felt my career was on an upswing, I fielded an unbelievable amount of questions about my single status. Why aren't you married? Are you dating anyone? Do you even want to get married? Why are you still single? You're such a catch. Are you lonely? I discovered that 21st century people still had archaic ideas about women and their lots in life. Eventually, my parents stopped hinting about marriage possibilities, which saddened me because they deserve to be grandparents. I stopped dating and praying for a husband for an extremely long time. Even now, I can't remember the last time I sent up a "please, Lord, let me get married" prayer, or experienced anything close to a real date. When I was younger, I felt I had options. I had time. But now I'm long past my hot 20s and 30s. I am over 40 and still single. What happened? Life happened. Disappointment, loss, setbacks, dashed expectations, grief, unrequited love, success, financial issues. Along the way, I accomplished a lot, but unfortunately, my professional work and soul's purpose require solitary activity. For the past 10 years, I've been writing books, publishing articles, creating online classes, teaching, not teaching, podcasting, working, not working, doctoral classes, not completing the doctorate, struggling, striving for money and success that has still not fully manifested. And one day I cried. Hot, heavy, body heaving, stinging, flooding tears. My solitary life, my perpetual aloneness, my loneliness all came crashing down, and I grieved. I grieved the life I thought I would have, because this was not it. I have never been married, never been engaged, never been pregnant, never truly been loved in an adult, meaningful relationship. What happened? I tortured myself with that question until I could no longer cry. Nothing mattered. Nothing I had accomplished mattered. I had done all I could do to build a successful life, but had nothing significant to show for all of the years I lost chasing the American dream. Highly educated and creative, financially distressed, and still single. I am now way past 40 and sliding into 50. At a time when most women have given up on love and marriage, I am being stirred to reawaken that desire for partnership. Marriage. In my younger years, I felt so ready to get married. Now the idea of that level of commitment scares me. God, why didn't this happen when I was 30 pounds smaller, when I was physically fit, when my natural hair was long and healthy, when my skin was perfectly clear and my boobs perfectly perky, when I was silly enough to take chances without thinking about the consequences? I'm broken now. I'm tired. I'm so extremely disappointed with the state of my life right now. I don't have any savings, a house, a 401k. What can I possibly offer a man now? I'm probably not having kids. My OBGYN retired, and this world is too cruel to black and brown children. So why am I still even thinking of romantic love at this point in my life? After all of my emotional anguish over a life I never got to live, what I literally heard back from the depths of my soul was, "Who said you're out of time?" That is all. Nothing further. I had actually planned to write this book 4 years ago in 2015. How do I know that? Because the email I received for a Library of Congress control number was so dated. The title was still posted to Amazon CreateSpace, just waiting for content. I couldn't write this book then, but I can now. I am not the only mature single who has lamented about the trajectory of her life. I am not the only one whose hope and passion for love needs to be renewed. And that is the intention behind this book. We are being called upon to suit up and get back out there because the world is waiting. Some kind, thoughtful, supportive gentleman is waiting for us to try again. God wants you to give it another go. You're not out of time. Just think of the fabulous ladies over 50 in popular culture who have recently experienced their first marriages and babies, or who are starting over with younger men and second families. Tamron Hall, Janet Jackson, Brigitte Nielsen, Halle Berry, Salma Hayek, Celine Dion, Gwen Stefani, Iman, Madonna, Gina Davis, Tina Fey, Laura Linney, Taraji P. Henson, Angela Bassett, Kenya Moore, Mariah Carey, Alanis Morissette, Audra McDonald, Sheryl Crow, Nancy Grace. How many more can you name? How many ladies on your job, at your church, or in your community married and or gave birth well after 40? Biology is not always the problem. Your lost youth, your aging body, nor the state of your physical health landed you here in the upside down of single and over 40. Your mind, your bruised heart, your shattered expectations, the emotional wounds in your soul got you here. Before we move forward into a great love relationship, we have old business to tend to. We've got to go back and heal the young lady who had all of those plans that didn't quite work out. In order to do that, we have to figure out what happened. With all of the wisdom and experience we now have as fantastic women of a certain age, Still Single Over 40, Reclaim Your Love Life is not an old lady dating book. This is a guide to help you recognize the soul issues that subconsciously trips you up in younger years. Soul issues require spiritual healing. So hopefully you will pair what you discover about yourself with spiritual practice. I believe in you. I am excited for us. May we all recover the romance, passion, and love we almost forfeited. That is the introduction to my new book, Still Single Over 40, now available on Amazon as a print book and Kindle. It's only $9.95 for the print book, only $4.99 for the Kindle book. You've got that, less than $5, less than $10. Head on over to the website, www.mcwwisdom.com, click on the link Books, and get the ordering information. That's again, Still Single Over 40, Reclaim Your Love Life. Go to www.mcwwisdom.com to get your copy. And stay tuned to this podcast and to the blog at mcwwisdom.com for future information on live group calls. Yes, we've got to talk about this. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support.